Dun, 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 dun. Intro muziek. Hello, hello. Quick thing. I wanted to say, hey, how about this formula I call the Basquiat formula? Um, so the thing is, I watched a documentary on Jean-Michel Basquiat, and what I think um, I liked about his process that he said he just liked to go for it and use his canvas like you would your sketchbook. So we're just doodling like you would when you were a kid, just for the fun of it, and at the same time have some music on or a podcast or a playlist. So you just put that on. Suggest you start with Ravel, Bolero, because that was what he was listening to on repeat. And then get a book or two. So I'll get a book. Okay, it's The Hero with a Thousand Faces, and you just open it somewhere and you read. A popular variety of the magic flight is that in which objects are left behind to speak for the fugitive and thus delay pursuit. So you read something, and then when you are inspired to write something of your own or use a quote, then you use the quote on your art piece. And then you get another book and you just open it, and I'm like, what's that? Ooh, interesting. So like, hey, I can do a tree with moons in it. That's cool. So it's quite chaotic. um, so you develop your own language, and you react to whatever you hear or think about when you listen to the music, and maybe you will think like, ooh, dancing, and you paint stuff or you draw stuff that otherwise you just wouldn't have drawn, and you're just playing in the zone. And when you are stuck, you go to a book or make your own marks until something happens that triggers you again, and you're like, ooh, what's that? And then you write about it. I also say this is testing your autopilot and randomness. You fill it up with your symbols and you enjoy how unique it is, because you don't have the same books as somebody else, you don't have the same handwriting, everything is a remix. And still, it comes from sources, so it gets you out of your own thinking loop. But you transform it in a way that it is yours or becoming yours, or they might return again. And you're like, hey, there's this turtle with the flower shell again. And he just turns up sometimes. You're just as surprised as anyone else. And because there's also music on or something interesting, it's easier to take the time to color stuff in, because your brain is entertained, so your hands can do the tedious cool stuff. Tedious cool stuff. And this doesn't have to be exactly the finished piece, although you could paint on several canvases at once, or even have multiple papers out. But you can also use it to fill your sketchbooks, especially those last 20 pages or something. You just want to be done. Just put on something you like, somebody who gives you interesting quotes, or take the time to listen to your own cool thoughts. Um, and I like to fill up the page. Doodles. Maybe get another book out. So yeah, that's what I call the Jean-Michel Basquiat technique. And sometimes I just say, like, today we're gonna play this, or tonight, or maybe just for an hour or two, and make chaos. You put all your stuff on the table and all books open, and you just get inspired by random stuff, and you make cool stuff that's really typical for you. So enjoy. Bye.